Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings, you wear weaves in your hair, you wear fake eyelashes, you wear fake nails.
So I think we should all, as white women, just admit we're jealous of black women's hair.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, as we say, these white women will never stop to fight black community, black women. The jealousy is on other level. To this level, they can't even hide it. It's insane, guys. Let's dive in. The credit goes to the original owner of the videos. I'll be back with more commented.
All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay? So let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. Listen up. A black woman is speaking.
In case you've ever wondered what it looks like for a former it girl of the far right to be put out to pasture, now you know. Everything about this video reeks of desperation. Because speaking as a political content creator myself, who has built her own sizable audience by being interesting and intelligent and having something of actual value to say, I know a desperate appeal for attention from a person with no actual talent when I see one. For anyone that doesn't recognize her, by the way, this is the same girl that went viral a few years ago for saying the N-word on TikTok and then went on Piers Morgan to do the same exact thing. She had a brief moment of fame on the far right thanks to that little stunt, although her 15 minutes really turned out to be more like 5.5 after the racist judge she was attempting to appeal to realized that she has a mixed race child. And I'm being very intentional here by not using her name, by the way. There is nothing that this woman would love more than for someone with an audience on the left like me to send our followers over to engage with her content. So I won't be doing that. And I'd ask that you refrain from putting her name in the comments either. I shared that first clip with you, not just so that we could react to it itself, but so that you'd have context for this next clip I'm about to show you. In this next clip, she's attempting to explain why she did an entire live stream in blackface. And in doing so, she accidentally gives the rest of us the perfect clip to show to any centrist or moderate conservative still attempting to hand wave away casual racism as not that deep. Because as she makes it very clear in the clip, it is, in fact, that deep for people like her.
I want to explain the method behind the madness and perhaps what my long-term goals are. You know when you make a hot, like you boil a lot of water because you want to make tea or whatever? Well, you have to temper the pot before you do that. So you put water in slowly, that's warmer and warmer and warmer until that glass jar, pot, pitcher, whatever, is tempered. And until it's tempered, you cannot pour the boiling hot water into it or it will crack the pot. So what me and several other people do is we say the worst things possible in the most wild, outlandish ways possible. When we have a leader that has all the messaging that we want, instead of people digging up his past and, oh, he said this racist thing, and oh, did you hear that he said the N-word once? That people won't care because they're so used to hearing the craziest things ever that a leader with our aligned views will be able to get into an elected position of power without being taken down by the typical media smears. The mass deportations will not seem so shocking if you have rhetoric like mine out there, because the people will become used to hearing that.
Anyway, in conclusion, best of luck to that talentless hack as she learns the hard way why you should never put all of your metaphorical eggs in the basket of a movement that hates women. I'd say we'll miss you as you slowly fade into your pathetic washed-up obscurity, but we both know that would be a lie, so I'll just say good riddance instead.
Black women are not aggressive. You can say that all you want. You can make 1 million videos and they can get hundreds of thousands of views and everyone can cheer you on. And you can say they're not aggressive and everyone knows it's a lie. I grew up in a city around them and out of every race, they were the most aggressive.
Wow, black women don't like being called aggressive, do they?
Wow, if I belong to the demographic of females who, despite being the largest beneficiaries of DEI and affirmative action, but still always underperforming way behind black women, I would be intimidated by black women too. You guys also had a 400-year head start, and you are still performing at a rate that's less than mediocre than black women who are excelling in education, who are excelling in entrepreneurship, who are leaders of global social justice movements. I think it takes a certain level of aggressiveness to be that accomplished. This is coming from the same group of women who do not have the courage to stand up for themselves by walking into a private voting booth and voting to preserve their rights as women. They allow themselves to be used as tools by men of the patriarchy.
Guys, me personally, I think people love to copy black culture and turn around and insult it, because this is not a fake thing. This is like jealousy and insecurity in them. Personally, to say like, oh, they put like nails, you guys put nails too. In the both extension, the hair, you are just jealous that they can change their hairstyle as much as they want. They can braid it, they can add another hair, they can cut it and still look beautiful. For me personally, I feel like this is too jealous. You guys, you're jealous, and to this level, you can't hide it. This is what's happening. And I love that your own white people, they're calling this out, because there's people who are like, who are seeing it. So guys, let's keep watching.
Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time.
Before I say what I'm going to say about that video and that lady, I want to make something very clear. African American men do not stand up for African American women enough. When our grandparents, our fathers, our brothers were out there being idiots in the street, being deadbeats, going to prison, running drugs, the African American women held the house down. They got educated. Were there things that helped the black man out to be oppressed and walk a life? For sure. But you know who stayed behind and helped out and raised kids like me? The African American women. It's ridiculous that women of color have to deal with white men keeping them down, white women keeping them down, and African American brothers not trying to lift them up because we're jealous. Because while we all have hardships, their hardship was different from ours, and they have more successfully tried and continued to level up. That video was from a live stream on Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and was made by a nasty, disgusting human being who sat there for over 2 hours spouting every stereotype about African American people that you can think of, while thousands of people watched and joined in the game of belittling an entire group of people for Halloween. Here's another clip of some stuff she said.
And you have no fucking motion, nigga. You have no motion. You have no fucking motion. And you're a nigger, okay? Never forget that. So let's take it easy coming from me, all right? You're a nigger. Know your fucking place. And that's the truth.
I don't know what needs to be done for us to finally see that this is not okay, and that racism is a driving factor in what a lot of people do in a day. And that's not okay. We sit on our soapbox and talk about equality when shit like this happens. I don't, it's just tiring and it's aggravating. And then after the next day, this is what she said about
like
her
everyone
live
else
stream.
does. You know, people
This
are
was
out
her
there dressed like
apology.
Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman.
So fuck that lady. She is a horrible, horrible human and a piece of garbage. I hope she loses her platform. And that's all I got to say about that.
Black women are not aggressive. You can say that all you want. You can make a million videos and they can get hundreds of thousands of views and everyone can cheer you on. And you can say they're not aggressive and everyone knows it's a lie. I grew up in a city around them, and out of every race, they were the most aggressive.
Wow, black women don't like being called aggressive, do they?
Wow. If I belong to the demographic of females who, despite being the largest beneficiaries of DEI and affirmative action, but still always underperforming, way behind Black women, I would be intimidated by Black women too. You guys also had a 400-year head start, and you are still performing at a rate that's less than mediocre than Black women who are excelling in education, who are excelling in entrepreneurship, who are leaders of global social justice movements. I think it takes a certain level of aggressiveness to be that accomplished. This is
As you can hear the bitterness in her tone. And this is not about like confidence or telling what you see. This is envy. The envy, it will destroy them. Trust me. Sit down and wait for it. And to be honest, if we are telling each other the truth, it's like they always find a way to mock Black people. And trust me, sometimes you mock people thinking you are the best, but you're showing who you are. You're showing your jealousy. You are just like growing. You can't hide it anymore. I think this is what's happening. This is what we're seeing right now. And I really want to tell people, you should not just be quiet about this racism action. You should call it out and people know it and talk about it more, because I feel like the Black community, they're really tired of this, honestly. So guys, let's keep watching.
I have a theory about why Black women and white women are having such a hard time getting along, and it starts with a story. When I first started teaching, I was in a teacher training program with 3 other women. 2 of them were Black and 1 of them was Indian, and we started teaching at the same school, the same grade, at the same time. One of these women, a Black woman, completely excelled. She did so much better than I did at literally everything. Classroom management, her test scores were high. She was excellent at literally everything. And something about her excellence didn't sit right with me. I just didn't feel good about it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't feel good about it. It was internalized racism, but I didn't know that yet. So I had to sit with this idea of her being better than me and trying to figure out why it didn't feel good and feel comfortable for me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know that I needed to do the work of anti-racism, so I didn't think it was possibly because I could have internalized racism. I had to do a lot of study and thought about myself and what could possibly be making me feel this way about this woman. And here's what I discovered. Most of the media that I had consumed up to that point in my life had white people as the central characters. And the shows and other media that I consumed that had white women at the central characters often had Black women as the side characters. These Black women's role in these movies was to assist the white women, support the white women, advise the white women, but never to rise above the white women. Even shows that were about Black women, like The Help, had white women as the central character and the Black women as supporting characters. So I internalized the idea that Black women were there to support me and to advise me, but not to rise above or become better than me. And that's why when this Black teacher was way better and more talented than me, I felt some kind of way about it. Now, I'd imagine lots and lots more white women have also internalized the same idea, and that's why they feel okay stealing Black women's content and not giving them any credit, because the Black women are just there to advise them anyway. But most Black women are natural leaders. Society has forced them to become leaders, and so we need to step aside and let them lead, even if it means checking our privilege and letting them lead us.
So guys, me personally, I feel like this is jealousy. This is jealousy. They are just so jealous that Black people, like Black, we have like the way of changing things, changing our hair. We have the best hair, by the way, a very beautiful one, and we can braid it just like this. We can just we can do a lot. We can even have the short one and still look beautiful. We can have different style. We can explore. And I feel like that only is killing them. And about nails and everything. So not all black people put nails. And if they put, doesn't mean they don't have their own. They have their own and they're beautiful one. And you also put, because you don't even, you don't even have long nails. It's not that much. You guys, you put extension too because you feel like it. But you coming out and calling out on black people doing only that, unless you are insane. I can show you many videos of people who do it and they're white and they're proud of it. So I don't know why you decide to say, oh, only black people do that. They are like always have fake things. You guys, you have fake things too. But for us, we don't put it because we want to be fake. We put it because we want to look different, want to change the look. Because we know like they know they are worthy, they know like they're beautiful, they can cut hair, they can put nails, they can leave it and still look beautiful, they can change style. That's what is killing you, because you know with your hair you are not going to change your hairstyle. It's only one thing. And if you see them changing, looking beautiful and growing, you are like, oh my god, I have to make these beautiful things looking bad. I feel like I don't even know why you feel like you have to compete with them, to be jealous. It's because they have something you will never have. Trust me, if someone is above you in life, is above you in beautiful, you like they will never waste time on you. But if you are above those one who are down, they will always try to look down on you, to pull you down with them. That's what's happening actually. That's why she's doing this. We always saw her like commenting on black things, like always. I feel like she will die from jealousy. She should calm down and drink cold water. Because it's not the first time we see her try to mock black people, black women, black community. She always do this. Wow, guys, it's insane. I have a few comments from the people. The first one say it's always funny how they make fun of black people, but copy everything we do, from the style, slangs, and the jealous. This is a jealousy, no comedy. The second one say mocking people for what they wear or use doesn't make you better. It's just expose your insecurity. The third one say, every time I see stuff like this, I'm reminded how deeper in bears still runs. It's 2025 and people still act like this. The fourth one say, black folks say trend that the whole world follows. Some people just can't stand to admit it. The last one say, instead of tearing others down, run to appreciate what you clearly wish you had. The head is tired. Yeah, that's true. That's what's happening, guys. They really want so bad to look like black people, to change themselves, to change their beauty like black people, but they can't. That's why she's doing this. She's too jealous. She can't take it anymore. So guys, let me know what you think about all this situation. Subscribe to the channel if it's your first time. Like, comment, and share. I'll see you next time as always. Bye.